afternoon and welcome back to the channel. This afternoon I'm having a bit of a drive in the TF160 and I'm going to try and give you an unbiased account of what I think it's like. Tell you what I think is good about it, tell you what I think is not so good about it, and yeah, like I say, I'm going to try and be unbiased. It is my car. I've only been driving it for a week or two since I got it MOT'd, but I have to say that I'm really enjoying it. I think it's an absolutely brilliant little car, but I mustn't let that cloud my judgment. I need to try and be as brutal as I can. So yeah, here goes. So I am going to have a bit of a drive around and give you my opinion of this thing. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to give it a Swampy, and Swampy is going to go out with no collusion or anything like that, and Swampy is going to give you his opinion on it. So one thing I can say about this car, it is not slow. It's got a fair old pickup on it. It's really not bad. There just wasn't enough road there to really even get it up. That was only up to about 5,000 revs in second gear. So we've got a straight bit of road here, so nobody about. Just about ready to redline it in seconds. Got up to 60 mile an hour in no time. This has got a lot of pickup. There's nothing too seriously wrong with this engine, that's for sure. But yeah, things I like about this car, definitely got a hell of a pickup on it. It's really very, very good. Very fast, there's nothing too seriously wrong with this engine at all. It's comfy. I do actually, just a little thing, but I actually quite like having the adjustable steering wheel. It just goes up and down, but I haven't got that in the 135 and it doesn't make a difference. Other things on the plus side, I seem fairly economical actually. I think it's more frugal. This is perception, because I haven't measured this, but it feels more frugal. I feel like I've done more miles in this than in the 135 for the same amount of fuel. I'm very pleased to say there doesn't seem to be any issues with overheating on this at all. The engine temperature is absolutely rock solid and doesn't seem to creep up at all. And I do know the electric fan works on it because I did test that. So it wouldn't surprise me if the head gaskett's been done on this one at some stage anyway. 115,000 miles. I know people get worried about the head gaskets on these. It's not as big a job as people make them out to be. It can be a bit scary and they've got a bit of a bad press. Unnecessarily, in my opinion, they're really good little engines. But no, don't seem to have any problems with this one at all. I would say this one is very good. Steering, very good. Very direct. Steering is better than the 135, so that's a definite plus point for it. I would say it drives dead straight. No problems with the driving at all. The guys who did all the wheel alignment for me have done an absolutely fantastic job on it. Things that are not quite so good, cosmetically, yeah, it's not A1 cosmetically. Does need a little bit of work doing on the sills. Somebody's done a bit of work and not done it desperately well, or at least it needs a bit of covering up, and then there's some other bits that haven't been touched that really do need to be touched. But you know, again, it's nearly 20 years old, so it's not to be unexpected. I've seen far, far, far worse. The other thing is somebody's left something on top of the battery enclosed bonnet, and there is sort of a tiny little upward stent on the bonnet, but that's not unusual. I've seen several like that. What else? Tyres. Right, so it has 4 tyres on it, as you'd expect, with very, very good tread, and the spare's got very good tread as well. The only problem is they're all quite old and they've all got some cracks on it, so it's obviously not done a lot of miles over the last few years, which is a shame actually. The only thing is, worth mentioning, somebody's gone and put a budget tyre on, so it's actually got 3 tyre boxes and a budget tyre on. Why you do that, I don't know, probably just to sell it. Yeah, that's why I got it, just the way it is. What else? Oh yeah, aircon doesn't a soft top car that I only sort of use in decent weather, and always with the roof down doesn't really make much sense. So